Hi. Now that summer is starting to wind down a little bit, I feel like now is kind of a perfect time for me to tell you about some of my summer favorites and all the things that I've just been loving this season. The first thing that you might notice if you've watched my videos for a long time is that I'm drinking an iced coffee, even though I have said in the past that I don't like iced coffee and I'm obsessed with hot coffee, and that is still true. But it has been so unbelievably humid that I have had to embrace iced coffee, and honestly it's kind of good. I kind of get what you've all been obsessed with for so long. I also typically like to mention at the beginning of these videos that I try to not include a ton of products in these videos. I like to focus a little more on books and music and movies, and then just general like activities and things I've been enjoying that aren't products. I think one of the most amazing trends that's happening right now is kind of like under consumption core, and I think that's really awesome. I actually took a course a few years ago about fast fashion. It was called Fast Fashion Through a Feminist Lens, and we were basically told that the best way that you can really care for the planet and be as low impact as possible is to just purchase less and keep your clothing and your housewares, it's just all of your items around for as long as you can, mend the things that can be mended. And that's just something that has really resonated with me, and it's something that I always try to keep in mind. So I never want you to feel pressured to purchase things or just like consume unnecessarily. I just want to recommend to you really high quality products when I do, and I think sometimes it's fun to share. Okay, let's do it. Let's get into it. And I am so excited to tell you guys that I am partnered with Bellesa. Bellesa is a woman-owned company with a mission to empower people through sexual wellness. Their products are so incredible in that they're extremely inclusive. Their products, they really feel like they're made for all bodies with varying abilities. They're doing a giveaway, and so every single person that signs up for the giveaway using the link in my bio will win something. You'll either win a vibrator or you'll win a gift card. I have these 3 products from them. The packaging is so cute. It's like, it doesn't even look like sex toy packaging. I think they almost look like compacts or even like portable chargers. I have the wand, there's the air vibe, and then the pebble. This is the pebble. Look at how cute that is. Like the most precious little guy. Like, look at that. It's a suction and vibration vibrator. You can use the suction and the vibration independently. They don't have to be used at the same time. It's ergonomically built so it can fit perfectly in your hand. It's very, very easy to hold. It also doesn't have any of those annoying, weird vibration patterns. I don't think anybody actually uses those, and this doesn't do that. This one is the air vibe. Again, just like very cute. I love the color. I just love red, but it like bends and kind of stays like in this position, or you can bend it back like this. Because it can go both inside of your body and outside of your body, you can get internal stimulation and external stimulation from it. It's also waterproof, and all of these products are rechargeable, and you charge them within their case. I do a ton of flying because my partner lives in a different city, and whenever I bring these on the plane, the packaging is so discreet. Airport security never bothers to open them. They never check what's in here. Okay, and then demi wand. I love this. It's like a banana. I think it's so cute. It reminds me of like banana candies. This is maybe my favorite one, and it's just like so cute and little. This one specifically really works for all body types. It's so quiet, like so ridiculously quiet, but very, very powerful. This is also 100% waterproof. It's rechargeable, and it's very flexible, so you can bend it. So yeah, the link is in the description of this video. You could win a vibrator, you could win a gift card. But yeah, everyone wins something. You might as well just enter. I kind of did a mini version of my summer favorites on TikTok where I didn't include a ton of stuff, and I kind of had to like rapid fire through everything. And I called that particular video on TikTok, I think it was like my hot, sexy, sweaty summer favorites, and that is going to be the title of this video. That's really what it is, because I've been having a very hot, sexy, sweaty summer. It's been really hot, and I've been sweaty. My favorite books for summer, they always feature female protagonists. They have to be set in a really hot, sweaty climate, preferably like LA or rural France or Spain. And yeah, just a kind of like chaotic female protagonist is pretty ideal. Also like New York, like sweaty, hot summer New York is kind of ideal as well. I think really good examples of those books would be Bonjour Tristesse by François Sagan. That book is so luxurious, and it kind of feels like if Saltburn were a book. Like, I kind of imagined the entire time I was reading Bonjour Tristesse that it was set at the Saltburn Castle. If you haven't seen that movie, I'm sorry, that probably doesn't make any sense. The Guest by Emma Cline, that's a really great summer book. It's about a young woman who is living with an older man. You can kind of assume that he's like her sugar daddy. I don't know that she explicitly says that in the book, but like that appears to be their arrangement. And there's like a bit of a hot mess, and he ends up kicking her out of his house, but she's so delusional and so unwilling to go back to her old life that she kind of just hangs around Long Island, where the book takes place, just sleeping on the beach and shacking up with like a 20-year-old boy. And yeah, it's very chaotic, and it has this undercurrent of just like really anxious energy. She just makes terrible choices, but it's also just, it's so fun to read. Play It As It Lays by Joan Didion, one of my all-time favorite books, maybe my favorite book of all time actually. That book is set in LA, and it's about a woman who's kind of like a washed up actress, and her marriage is falling apart, but she's trying to maintain this facade where it looks like she has her whole life together, and she'll go to the grocery store and buy enough groceries for an entire family even though she's living alone. Can't stop speaking with my hands. I'm turning into my mother. Yeah, that's one of those books you can just like feel the hot LA sun on your face when you're reading it, or at least I feel like I can. Anything by Eve Babbitt is also perfect. Black Swans and Sex and Rage are also amazing summer books. They're just so fun and frivolous and full of excess and glamour, and they're just like easy summer beach reads. Briefly a Delicious Life is about a family that moves into a monastery, and there's like this little teenage ghost girl that lives there, and it's not creepy, it's very sweet. The ghost falls in love with the mother of the family. It's all told from the perspective of the ghost, but the entire story is set in summer, and at this monastery there are all these beautiful fruit trees that are blooming, and so kind of has this atmosphere of like hot summer sun, but then also just like sticky, juicy fruits blooming everywhere, and like the air smells like beautiful fruits, and it's just gorgeous. I think my final favorite summer book would probably be Cursed Bread by Sophie McIntosh. I never shut up about this book, but because it's so perfect. It's like one of those books that I haven't stopped thinking about since I read it. It's about a woman, she's married to the baker in this rural French village. This is also based on true events, and her husband has kind of been ignoring her and neglecting the relationship, and she's just becoming more and more sort of unhinged because he just like refuses to touch her basically, which is very sad. And she's just getting like more and more feral, and there's this new couple, they move to town, and there's just like something a little off about them, but the woman, the baker's wife, befriends them and starts spending a lot of time with them. Meanwhile, there's just like this kind of slow brewing group insanity taking place in the town. There's a bunch of horses that are found in a field dead, and there's no obvious sign of death or cause of death. A boy runs into a bonfire, like lights himself on fire for no reason. It's amazing. Let's move on to music. I think I'm kind of in the same boat as everybody this summer, just listening to so much Chappell Roan and Charlie XCX. I'm such a longtime fan of Charlie XCX. I've loved her since like 2012 Tumblr, and I'm just so happy that now everybody else is as obsessed with her as I am and always have been. I'm going to a Brat dance party in a few weeks, and I'm so unbelievably excited because I've been listening to that album non-stop, but I've also been listening to a lot of her older music. Like the album Charlie, I think is so amazing. Honestly, this might be a hot take, but I kind of prefer it over Brat. I just think all of the songs on that album are so great. All of the featured artists on that album are like shockingly good. Like Christine from Christine and the Queens and Sky Ferreira, who I've also loved since 2012 Tumblr. Very into Brat right now. Very into the album Charlie though. If you like Brat, you have to listen to Charlie. I also, I feel like I've been listening to lots of like guilty pleasure music, kind of. I've been so into the new Gracie Abrams album. I just love her. I feel like she is almost the perfect cross between like boy genius Phoebe Bridgers, but then also Olivia Rodrigo. I feel like that's kind of how I think of Gracie Abrams. She's like Phoebe Bridgers and Olivia Rodrigo combined, which I love. I especially love the song Blowing Smoke. I wish I had a car so that I could drive and scream sing that song. And then, oh, I love Leslie Gore Radio for just walking or biking. I just think that she has the most amazing, like, nostalgic voice. I mean, obviously it's nostalgic because it's like, it's older music, but yeah, such good summer music, I find. And while I was listening to Leslie Gore Radio, I rediscovered the song Ladyfingers. I believe it's like Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, I want to say, are the artists. They have this album. It's called Whipped Cream and Other Delights, and it is so good. And the album art is gorgeous. Like, I want a poster of that album art framed in my house. I feel like all the gals are just putting out the best music right now. I've been getting a little bit better about watching movies. I'm notoriously bad at watching TV and movies because I just prefer to read generally. Like, I usually in the evening just don't feel compelled to watch TV or movies, but I have been watching some Rohmer films just because they have the most gorgeous scenery, atmosphere, and costume design. Yeah, I would highly recommend Rohmer films, or even just like getting a movie subscription. And I feel like you can find kind of similar like French art house films set in beautiful locations with just like the most gorgeous actors. Yeah, some of my favorite Rohmer films would be Summer and The Green Ray. Oh my god, just like the most amazing costumes. I feel like I draw so much outfit inspiration from those films, and yeah, they're just like gorgeous. And I think I've kind of just been watching a lot more films lately in the theater because it's been so hot and I don't have air conditioning. So one of my favorite things to do in the summer has just been going to movie theaters with friends. We have a smaller movie theater in Winnipeg where they play a lot of art house films and some newer releases. But yeah, it's just so fun to go see a movie and like not really do a lot of research. Just pick a showtime that you want to go to, look at the movie posters on the website, and then just pick something and show up. And I think it's just a really good way to discover new films and new directors, and I've been doing that a lot this summer just to get out of the heat. Okay, we are going to move on to some products now. Okay, we're gonna stick with the technology theme right now. I got these Bose earbuds. They're kind of like AirPods, but don't go into your ear. They're bone conducting, I believe. And they look like this, like that. And I'm honestly shocked by how well they work. I love them for biking because they don't actually go inside of your ear. They just hook onto the outside of your ear. And so you can still hear traffic and people around you. It's kind of like the opposite of noise canceling headphones, but you can still hear your music really, really well. I think just in terms of like safety, if you walk alone a lot, these are really great. And then, yeah, for biking, I just think it's so much safer than having big, huge headphones on. I think we need to move on to skincare and makeup. I don't know if I've told you guys about the Salty Face tanning water before. I'm kind of afraid of fake tanners because I'm so pale and I'm always scared that they're gonna make me orange. But this one does not. I put it all over my face and then I use the little brush that it comes with. It just looks like this. And I just like rub it all over my face. You can put it on top of your moisturizer before you put makeup on, and then put all your makeup on, and then throughout the day your tan will develop. I also like putting it on at night before bed, and it doesn't stain any of my bedding because there's no color. It's just completely clear. And initially I was kind of skeptical because I really like when fake tan has a little bit of color that it deposits initially so I can see the spots I've missed, but something about the way that the tanning water just blends out makes it so that, I don't know, it's like never spotty. I never look muddy. I just really love it. And then on my body, I like the Saint Tropez bronzing mousse. I just think, again, it doesn't make me orange. I've used this for years and years and years. I don't always love the way that it looks on my face. I think sometimes it does cling to some dry spots, whereas the tanning water doesn't do that. But I do find that on my body, this is easily my favorite, and I just get, this is the classic self tan. I have tried the Express Saint Tropez tanning mousse in the past and honestly just don't really think it worked for me. And yeah, I don't know why, but I just prefer the regular classic, and I'm too pale to use like the dark one or the extra dark. I just use the normal one. The Biore sunscreen. I showed you guys this when I received it in the mail. I got it with a retinol, which I actually left at John's place in Edmonton. So the next time I'm there, I'll bring it home with me. I haven't been using the retinol lately, but when I was, I really loved it. Anyway, this sunscreen is incredible. I never want to buy any other sunscreen ever again. I've tried Supergoop. I find it so greasy. I've tried like La Roche-Posay and like all of the French sunscreens. I don't like the way they feel on my skin. They make me feel so greasy. They make my makeup look funny and like it just always sits bad on my face. But this, the Biore sunscreen, is truly, truly incredible. It just feels like a serum on your skin. Yeah, I can't recommend it highly enough. It's also SPF 50, which is so shocking. It doesn't have a smell. I like can't get enough of this. Easily my favorite sunscreen. I actually want to look into seeing if they have like a full body sunscreen, because this is just for face. But yeah, if they have like a full body SPF, I would absolutely buy that. Okay, now I know everyone is obsessed with the Clinique Black Honey Lip Balm, and while I do think the color is really great, I do not like the formula. I don't find it moisturizing. I'm also just like naturally pretty dry, and so I just need a more intense lip product, generally just something with like a little more moisture. But I think this NYX, it's called the Fat Oil Slick Click. This, if you like the idea of the Clinique Black Honey, where it's kind of like a sheer lip gloss, lip balm, you should really try this. It's also cheaper and they have so many colors. I only have this one color. It's called Going Viral, but I'm so obsessed with it. I wear it every single day. It just feels like a lip balm, but it's super pigmented and it's like kind of glossy, and I just think that it is perfect. My favorite summer fragrance for the last 2 years in a row has been Holy Hell by Universal Flowering. It has the most nostalgic scent. If you look up the notes on Fragrantica, they're kind of funny. Like one of them is like, it's like plastic beach ball and toasted seashell. And I think there's a melon note, but it smells like the sunscreen aisle of a pharmacy in the best way possible. And I know you might think like, why would you want to smell like that? But trust me, just trust me, you do. It smells like a sun-drenched day at the beach. Oh my God, it's so good. Like it smells like really fancy sunscreen, and yeah, I'm just like addicted to this fragrance. It's just like a very sexy smell to me. It's like there's nothing sexier than coming home from the beach, you're still covered in sunscreen, putting a dress on over your bikini and going out for a drink. That's what this smells like to me. Speaking of throwing a dress over your bikini, almost all I've been wearing this summer has just been nightgowns, and the like white cotton nightgowns so that they're really, really breathable. But yeah, when I was in New York, that was kind of all I wore. I also just think they look cute. I have another nightgown from Salter House. It's just, yeah, cotton, so breathable. Okay, I was in the middle of talking about nightgowns and then my camera died, but I think I was just saying cotton nightgowns, they're the best for summer. Also, any cotton pajama, I think. You can just like wear cotton pajama bottoms as pants. Salter House, amazing cotton basics. I got a pair of amazing bloomers from Salter House. Joni was scratching at the mirror for attention. Say hi. Yeah, I got a pair of bloomers from Salter House. I've been wearing them every other day. They're so comfy. They're like a fun little gingham. They also have pockets, and yeah, perfect summer short, really. Another sexy little summer clothing item that I've been loving are kitten heels. Specifically, kitten heels from like the early 2000s and 90s. These ones are fake denim, or maybe they're real denim. Actually, yeah, I think they're real denim. And then they have like this little beaded detail on them, but I just think they're so cute. I thrifted them at a very random rural thrift store. Yeah, recently in another video I was complaining that I have the worst luck at thrift stores now, but I feel like my luck really turned around and I found those this weekend. And I can't wait to wear them with just a little pair of shorts when I go out for dinner or something. I'm thinking my final thing that I've been loving this summer is just, even when I'm alone, when I'm making dinner or I'm just reading late at night, I'll light a candle and I'll just put some music on, and it kind of just creates a nice ambiance. I feel like it's like a little thing that I do to just romanticize my life a little bit. Yeah, I've been recently collecting candlesticks. I'll show you. Like candle holders like this one, and I have them all over my house so that in every room I can basically just light a candle and just always have some nice mood lighting. I think it's really nice to just romanticize your time alone when you're cooking for yourself or eating or like watering your plants or just reading late at night. Yeah, that's kind of my final summer favorite, I think. Thank you so much for being here. Again, there's the Bellesa link for the giveaway in the description of this video. Get yourself a fun, sexy toy, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you for being here. Bye.